I ultimately left a client's entire apartment, all his furniture, all his boxes, neatly arranged on a downtown street corner, and it all started with a smug little comment he made to his wife. I was working for a moving company, and let me tell you, you meet some characters. Military types were often the bossiest, which is understandable in some ways, but insufferable in others. This particular client, let's call him Mr. Entitled, was moving from a nice place in San Diego to a swanky new apartment downtown. Now, our company policy was simple. The client pays for the first 2 hours of work up front to book the move. After that, it's a standard hourly rate. We don't charge for the travel time between locations. As my 2 crewmates and I were wrapping furniture and loading boxes, I overheard Mr. Entitled talking to his wife. I'll only pay them for 2 hours for the move total, he said. No big deal, sweetie. He said this with a smug confidence, completely unaware that this single boast would be the very thing that sealed his fate. I let my crew know it was probably just a quick 2-hour job. No problem. We hustled and got everything loaded up in just 1 hour. We drove to the new place, a beautiful high-rise overlooking the downtown area near the ballpark. But when we arrived and found parking, we hit a snag. The building's elevators were all in use by other tenants. We had 45 minutes left on that initial 2-hour window. I could see Mr. Entitled getting unnerved. I heard him mutter under his breath, something like, "How come they didn't reserve the elevators? Damn it." Given his attitude, I had a strong feeling that was aimed at us. Most clients would grumble but go with it. Not Mr. Entitled. He started shouting at us to hurry the fuck up, even as we were busting our asses to get everything up the elevator whenever we could get it. I was tired, sweating, and my lungs were burning from the strain, all while this guy was pacing back and forth looking like he was about to explode. Finally, with the 2-hour mark passed, he snapped. He got right in my face, red-faced and screaming, that he wasn't paying for the rest of the move. This revealed the client's greatest fatal flaw, his arrogance. He truly believed that by screaming louder, he could bend reality to his will. My internal asshole mode engaged. I told my crew to stop what they were doing. I looked at Mr. Entitled and calmly asked him, "Sir, just to be clear, you want us to continue the move past the 2-hour mark?" He said yes, and, I continued, "You will not be paying us for the remainder of the move past this point?" He said yes again. I gave him one last chance. "Are you absolutely sure, sir? Because once you refuse payment, our services are considered complete, and we will not move anything further into the apartment." He gave me a look of pure disbelief. "I paid you fuckers to move MY shit into MY apartment." I hit back with the purest logic. "Sir, you paid for 2 hours of our time. I'm not going to pay you fuckers extra." He spat. And there it was. Hook, line, and sinker. I radioed our central office, notified them of the times, and confirmed the completion of the contract. I had Mr. Entitled fill out the paperwork, which he did before storming off to the elevator, probably feeling satisfied with his negotiating skills. Once he was gone, I turned to my crew. "Okay boys, unload again. This time, onto the street." Now, many might find this hard to believe, but as a commenter who went through a similar ordeal pointed out, people often forget just how much power the movers really have. The moment he signed those papers releasing us from the contract, his things were no longer our responsibility, they were just his things, sitting in our truck. There was nowhere else for us to put them but on the curb. It took us about 15 minutes to unload everything. We arranged his boxes and furniture neatly in an organized fashion on the sidewalk. We took pictures of our empty truck to prove nothing was stolen, strapped down our equipment, and drove off. By the time he realized what was happening, we were gone, leaving him with his entire apartment sitting on a downtown street. The key takeaway here is simple. Never assume you're smarter than the people you hire, and always read the contract. Respect for service workers isn't just polite, it's self-preservation. Have you ever had to use someone's own arrogance against them in a professional setting? Share your thoughts in the comments.